everyone, welcome back to Crochet and Crime, where I crochet and I tell true crime stories. Today we'll be talking about Madeleine McCann, and if you don't know who Madeleine McCann is, she is a 3-year-old girl who disappeared in 2007 from a possible abduction, and to this day this case has been unsolved. But yeah, this story has many twists and turns and a whole bunch of different random crazy stuff. And I would like to put out a quick disclaimer. This story does go over child abuse, sexual abuse, CP, and if you don't know what CP is, it's child gross stuff. And so it involves like drug trafficking, but like a small bit of that. And so yeah, if you're not into any of that stuff, I suggest you click away from this video. And yeah. And with that, let's get into it. Madeleine was known as a sweet, caring, kind little girl with a bright future ahead of her, and she brought a smile to anyone's face. And in May of 2007, Kate and Jerry McCann decided to go on vacation with Madeleine, her siblings, and a couple of their friends. One night they left their kids in their room when they went out to dinner and had drinks, all the adults did. And, every 30 minutes somebody would come check on the kids, and I guess time just flew away from them because whenever Madeleine's mom came back to the room, Madeleine was gone. The news got to this story, and so many different people around the world heard this story, and they were so determined to find out what happened to Madeleine. And Kate and Jerry went on the news begging anyone, if they had any information about Madeleine, to come forward. And everyone, and I mean everyone. Whenever I say that, I mean the press, the news, the residents, people from across the world were coming together in search for Madeleine. They even went as far as stalking Madeleine's parents, thinking they had something to do with it. Photographers littered the streets, police dogs were everywhere sniffing for any clues, and theories and false news were coming out that people saw Madeleine or that they knew who took her. And then there were people that were accusing Madeleine's parents of staging the whole thing, and maybe they murdered her and framed somebody else, and it was just crazy. The police had papers upon papers about who could have potentially taken Madeleine. They were searching and searching people's records, history books, or not history books, but their histories, and anything that they could get their hands on, they were searching for. Now let's jump to 2016, where Madeleine's parents are still going to the press asking for Madeleine to be returned and that they will do anything to get her back. And there was a report about an abandoned building where there was rumored to be many people dumping illegal waste, but when authorities got there, they found a shallow grave with a dog that was wrapped up in a blanket, and it was buried and it was dead, obviously. And they found 6 USB cards, all of them with gross stuff involving children, such as CP, and videos of sexual abuse involving children, and much more graphic stuff I cannot share with you because just the thought of it alone is getting me nauseous. There were also 100 photos of the man who owned the building. His name was Christian Bruckner. The laws in Germany, where Christian was born, states that if you are in possession of CP or such things like that, you can get up to 3 years in prison. And by the time that the police had all the evidence gathered up that he had CP, they did not know the whereabouts of Christian. To give you a better understanding of who this Christian guy was, he was born in Germany in 1976 and was adopted as a child. And during his earlier years, he was abused, and he went through a lot of traumatic things as a child, and that led up to his first ever crime, which was whenever he was like, I want to say he was like 16 or so. He was caught doing very inappropriate things with a very young girl, and he ended up going to the juvenile detention center for like 8 months or so. Like a very, very short sentence for what he did to her. And as he grew older, his record would pile up with many vile crimes. And yeah, and every time that the police or the authorities would try to come and arrest him for his like wrongdoings, he would flee. Like, he would be on the run and nobody would find him until they did, and then he would serve a little bit of time and then he would escape. Like, it was very much cat and mouse. How they linked Christian to Madeleine's case was on the same night that Madeleine went missing, is when a 72-year-old woman was brutally assaulted a few houses down. She could not report who did it to her because she was blind. Christian was convicted of the assault because they found hair DNA at the scene, and they convicted him of drug trafficking, so he is actively in prison, but they do not have, they had no evidence that he had done anything to Madeleine except assumptions, so they cannot lock him up until, like, they can't, like, hold him there until, like, they, like, can rightfully convict him. Because they could only, like, hold him for, like, 2 years until they have to let him go. So time is very much running out for Madeleine. So as of now, Christian is still in prison, and until further notice, he is not going to be charged with Madeleine's murder/kidnapping. I'm going to finish this up and I'll be right back. Alright, here's the almost kind of finished product. This is sad, is what this is. But, this is what I have so far for my granny square blanket. Not how I envisioned the first third of this going. It's very puffy. Like, it looks very puffy. And, I mean, it's warm. Like, whenever I wrap my hand around it, it's warm. And yeah, you're probably wondering, Dean, why are you wasting our time with this? Like, why is this sad little rag what we've been waiting for the past 15 months? I'm disappointed too. But besides this sad little rag, this story was absolutely crazy. It is heartbreaking. I cannot imagine what the family is feeling right now, and the fact that their baby girl's case might be locked away forever and never opened back up again is insane. And I mean, like, I'm proud of them. Like, they've been looking for, they've been looking for her for like 16 years. It's crazy. But I hope you enjoyed this story. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share with all the demons in your closet and with your friends. And check back next Saturday for the second part of this sad little trilogy. And next week is either going to be John Benet Ramsey or another unsolved mystery. So check back next week, and I hope you guys have a good day or night. Bye!